I need you guys to listen to this, okay? Listen.
Enjoy this combi. Enjoy this combi. Enjoy this combi. Enjoy this combi for. Enjoy this combi. Enjoy this combi. Enjoy this combi for. Enjoy this combi. Enjoy this combi. Enjoy this combi.
Enjoy the what? Enjoy the calm before the storm. We just had Lord of the Mysteries episode 8. A lot of people were dooming about the episode, saying Cuttlefish did not like it. I think that's a bit of paraphrasing. I think it was more of it didn't stand out compared to the other episodes, and it was just not his favorite. You know, there were some other episodes that was definitely more hard-hitting. To me personally, because of how much I am attached to old Neil, how much of a relatable old, man he is, I definitely see myself in him. It broke me when I saw him sad, lonely, depressed. He had to put down his last friend of his generation. And now he's saying episode 8 is the calm before the storm, but it already hurts. I think that the tinging doomsday stuff, old Neil death flags, I think a lot of people are going to die. It's going to be very interesting how this is going to be handled. First, let's hear what Ellen Historian has to say.
Enjoy this calm before the storm while you have the chance, because the entire season builds towards one thing, and that
Doomsday.
is the conclusion.
I mean, we saw the doomsday stuff, I think, in episode 1. I'm not sure if that was a misdirection or a red herring. This show does a lot of that. The trailers, the PVs, it's always trolling you. Like, remember the trailers when we saw the skeletons and I thought that was going to be the final fight? There's going to be a huge war against an army of skeletons. Turns out, it's just a flashback with Mr. Razak. Or how about the old Neil episode 8, red herring? What was it? He's like going crazy. And then boom, fish monster. Oh my god, old Neil turned into a fish monster. No, it was Havre. Most likely due to the interaction with Megos, right? So the episode 1 stuff with Klein shooting some laser beams out of his mirror against some crazy like female monster. Could that really beat the thing in Doomsday? I don't know.
The conclusion. This was pretty much a transition episode, and it did well in its job. Episode 8 basically fools the viewer into thinking it's going to be lighthearted and fun.
Get it? Fools the viewer. Yeah, there was a lot of chill, fun stuff happening in the beginning. We're scamming everybody for Klein to make sun charms and a lot of funny slice of life stuff happening. But remember, anytime slice of life stuff happens, that means the life's about to get sliced.
Into thinking it's going to be lighthearted and fun. But then, just like that, it flips the entire script around. I absolutely love this episode. And this piano scene at the end legit almost made me cry.
Dude, it was cinematic, man. The red moon background drop, it's beautiful. Because in the light novel, the web novel, you're not going to see those things. You'll probably just be reading words and maybe it's going to be descriptive of how the red moon was shining upon old Neil's piano as he's playing inside. But god damn, whenever they do the 3D tech, camera work showing the entirety of Tengen at nighttime with the red moon, and we also saw Neil play the piano like that, chills.
Love this episode, and this piano scene at the end legit almost made me cry. This episode focused mainly on the cast, especially old Neil, and it did a very good job at
scared for him,
which is needed because he's going to be very important in the next episode.
I think he's gonna die. I think it's so fucking obvious what's gonna happen to him. We've constantly gone over the concept of how Beyonders are constantly struggling, retaining their madness and not going berserk, and old Neil I think is the perfect candidate to do that. There is no other character that we have gotten this much slice of life and interactions with. He is the perfect candidate to die because most likely of all the Nighthawk members, most people probably care about him more than others simply due to, again, the amount of screen time and funny slice of life interactions.
Overall, this episode is flawless and it did well adapting the source material. I personally rank it in the top 3 episodes that have come out so far. Now,
top 3, huh? Mr. Azek episode for sure. The Coincidence episode for sure. And the Witch episode was pretty funny. I liked that one a lot. Episode 4 too was also really good too. I don't know. It could be top 3 competition.
On a completely different note, can someone tell Leonard to stop acting like he's irrelevant? I've seen people on YouTube call him the new GOJO. No.
What if he is, though? Wait, why would Ellen Historian say this, though? Because he knows what Leonard's all about in the future. To us, Donghua onlys, listen, he's a wild card. I don't know if he's legit or not, and that's the best part about this character. There's something flickering in the shadows. That could be just the show trolling us. Every time, he's acting like the protag. He acts as if he's important. He acts as if he knows more than us. What if he does, though? What if he's a secret OP god? What if he's like a reincarnated god walking amongst humans and we're all laughing at him, but he's gonna laugh at us at the end of the day? Why would Ellen Historian say these stuff? Because when he is trying to direct us away from this idea that Leonard is not that OP, then he's kind of spoiling. And I don't think he's the type of person to spoil in shorts like these, where it's intended for the Donghua only audience. Therefore, Ellen Historian steering Leonard away from, you know, importance and significance is telling me, indirectly spoiling me, that Leonard is indeed legit. You understand what I'm saying? Right? TLDR, Leonard is legit because Ellen Historian wants us to not think he's legit while he's a source material reader, when in thinking about how spoiler-free he wants to be with this.
Notes, can someone tell Leonard to stop acting like he's irrelevant? I've seen people on YouTube call him the new GOJO. No, he's not.
What if
he's
he
a
is?
fraud. And yeah.
What if he's Skuna, bro? Not GOJO, he's Skuna instead.
I've seen people on YouTube call him the new GOJO. No, he's not. He's a fraud. And yes, a new Lord of Mysteries meme just dropped. The studio 100% knew what they were doing
The shoulder
when they made
stuff?
this. Anyways, follow for more LT.
Yeah, I think that China is aware of popular culture and media, right? Even though a lot of like Western social media is banned in China, like YouTube is banned, right? A lot of like social media stuff because they want to have their own, like, you know, indoctrination, as they should, as do other places do want to do too. But they're aware, man. They know. They know about this shit. It wasn't just like a coincidence, right?
When they made this. Anyways, follow for more LTM content.
China actually has so much like this funny brain rotten memes too. I know that on TikTok, right? There is a Chinese version of it called what's the Chinese version actually? Fuck. Anybody remember? Douyin, yeah, that's right, Douyin. Douyin is like China's like specific like, you know, version of TikTok, while we have like TikTok on North America. But there is Chinese content in TikTok, and bro, the brain rot memes from China, it's crazy. Like, you think that we have brain rot memes here with fucking cats and dogs and all that funny bullshit? Like, Chinese brain rot memes are on another fucking level. Like, we're doing power scaling right now with like Chinese memes. No, I'm not even talking about like Tony from like LG Science or whatever. No. I'm talking about like people speaking Mandarin. Like, it's fucking crazy. There's always like background laugh track happening the entire time. Anyways, it's funny shit. TLDR, episodes 9 to 13 is gonna be crazy. I think Old Neil is definitely gonna die. I think that other than Old Neil, maybe Old Neil will have his own specific episode, or maybe they'll all die together in the Tengen Doomsday. Or maybe no one dies, and we're all being gaslit because of the amount of misdirections that this show has, but we need to buckle in, man. And at this point, because of how people say they can't get attached to characters, a lot of people say the show is too fast-paced and it sacrifices slice of life. I don't know how impactful the deaths are going to be if these members are going to be the members of Nighthawk that we know. Like, if Dunn, Leonard, Old Neil, Roseanne, Fry, like, who really cares about Fry? I think Fry is interesting because he just says nothing and he's around sometimes. Or even Kunli, right? Like, those characters are very insignificant characters in the grand scheme of things. And because we don't really interact with them, how could you really care about them? So it'll be interesting how they handle like the emotional outbreak if that happens. Please check out Ellen Historian's channel. Here's a link to the video. Bang, 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 bang. Go give it a like. Check out his channel for more content like that. Careful for spoilers though. See you next time.